Alright guys, welcome back to Return to Asheron's Call. This should be episode number 21. I stand here looking at the Asheron's Call moon high in the sky, clouds floating by at night, and I think I've found the key to my future here in Asheron's Call on Dark Tide. I look here at a couple of different villas for sale, and this is what I want. I've never had a villa, just a small hut. And this looks ideal. I like the desert. I grew up in the desert way back when near Alarcos. And this couple of villas here is situated right between Cayaban and Alarcos. There's several more villas down below that are available, but there's two up here on top with a better view that I actually like. And I like these because of their placement. I also like the view from way up here, the trail down there going to Cayaban. And I look here. This thing here not floating means it's available. You simply double click it and it will tell you the price tag. Looks like I need 2 million in pyrals, 5 writs of refuge, and 1 ash gromy tooth to actually own this baby. So first step is 2 million pyrals. That's to buy it, and then you actually have to pay a maintenance. I believe it's once a month. Maybe somebody can correct me. 2 rights of refuge, which shouldn't be too hard, once a month, and 100,000 pyrals. Shouldn't be incredibly difficult to get 100,000. I mean, I have 150,000 in D notes, another 110,000 in C notes. So I have 260,000. That's only about a tenth of what I need, not including the writs of refuge, and need to fight some ash gromies to get a tooth as well. So that's going to be a rare drop. All right, everyone. So I am back. We're going to be looking for our items needed for our dream home here. I think the pyrals are going to come easy enough. They're going to be the easiest part. Probably the Writs of Refuge is going to be the toughest part here. Getting an Ash Gromy tooth, that's probably not going to be terribly difficult. So I think I found a place looking at Wikipedia, AC, where maybe we can actually get some Writs of Refuge, and it's a repeatable quest. So we can do it multiple times, and basically involves killing a certain number of particular creature over by Blue Spire, Green Spire, and Red Spire within a 2-hour period. And if you do that, you actually get a writ of refuge, and the quest is repeatable as many times as you want to do it. So that's good for us. So it just might be a little bit monotonous, but we're going to go ahead and start off by going back to our Lifestone. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to buff up and go over to Blue Spire and show you the NPC that we got to talk to. In fact, I'm not even going to bother buffing up, because if another player is going to kill me, they're going to kill me whether I got buffs or not. So we're going to go ahead and go in here to the town portal. And like I say, if one of these guys is going to kill me, they're probably going to kill me whether I have buffs on or not. It's not really going to matter. So I believe to get to the spires, we run through the annex here. And I think I have seen them somewhere over here. Red Spire, Blue Spire, there we go. Red Spire, West Watch. Alright, looking for Blue Spire. Green Spire. There's Blue Spire right there. Once we land here, the coordinates we're looking for are 41.3 north and I believe it's 75.3 west. Haven't been over to the Spire Island yet, so it's a little bit of a long travel time here. So 75.3 west, we're already there. We just need to go to 41.3 north. So a little bit north of where we're at. Um, 41.3. Okay, we got a little bit to go here. Pretty little island with all the flowers. Alright. Looking for Ontariona here. You're going to go ahead and double click him. He basically says, plague is overtaking the land. You must seek Carenzi, which bear plague and destroy both them and others in the immediate area. Examine their livers to identify whether the Carenzi are diseased. If you have culled the diseased Kazari already, show me the liver, then I may see evidence of the infection. Know that only the Carenzi which burrow upward to the light are afflicted. Those which exist forever in the ground are not susceptible to the illness. You have achieved some experience. You achieved some experience in the hunt. 2 UI tasks the culling of the Carenzi stalker. They may be found most often near here, in the lowland places near Kama's domain becomes calm and still. So basically, if we look at our map, I looked at the map and I pretty much saw that I was already going to be looking for these Carenzi stalkers. And I saw they're basically in the lower part of this island here. So we are looking for these Carenzi stalkers here, down near the water, and this is basically just going to be a monotonous grind to try to grind out. I believe I read you have to get 35 of these things. Basically, you kill one and its liver will drop near the corpse, and you gotta kill enough to where you get 35 livers within a 2-hour period, basically. So we will look for these things on our radar here. Carenzi burrower, that's not it. And I'm going to go ahead and try to retrieve my course, buff up again, and again look for some of those Carenzi stalkers. I found a pack of them, was trying to get back to them, and got killed by a level 80. There's a Carenzi stalker right there. Sweet. So that's what we want. They're level 60. Go ahead and buff and try to take this one up. It's better to take them on alone, especially if I can see if I can fight one, much less 4 of them. So let's go ahead and buff up again. Try to attack this little booger. Have no idea what his weakness is, but we'll try a couple of different things and find out if we can take one. Level 30, just buffed with level 4 self buffs and banes on my robe. Eventually I'm going to have to find some better armor than this. Let's just try fire. See what happens. Resist. Uh-oh, and here he comes. Piercing seems to work pretty good. Level 5 piercing spell. Let's try fire again, see if he resists me here. Hard to say. That wasn't too terribly. That's not their liver. The liver's supposed to drop on the side of them. Wow, that's a nice high value item though. Pretty nice drops on these guys. Peerless healing kit. But I don't see a liver, and we gotta collect 35 livers within 2 hours once we find the first one. So this might be a little bit difficult. Not to mention tedious. Here's some more Carenzi stalkers over here. We got 3 of them now. So we're gonna have to be careful here. Make sure our mana is full. Don't want to run out of mana taking these guys on. May have to go get some more mana potions. Right now I'm just looking to see if I can actually get a liver drop. Resist. They come. Clear the tree, accidentally hit the wrong one there. Okay, there's one. I would do a drain health on these guys, but the chances of them resisting me are probably pretty high. Probably better off just continuing to fight the fight. Again, I'm not seeing any livers at all drop. Good thing I'll put my Banes on my robe or I'd really be hurting. And of course I get a fizzle. I have worked off my bouquet penalty. Of course another resist. Or fizzle, I mean. It's gonna be a close fight. I'm gonna have to heal. 18 points. He's hurting me for about as much as I'm healing myself for. Alright, so we found this liver here. Diseased Krenzi stalker liver. So this is what we want to touch. I'm going to go ahead and loot these guys first before I touch that, because these guys are dropping some pretty decent low light high value loot. Alright, let's go ahead and pick up this liver and see what happens, see if it starts a timer or something. Alright, as you examine the liver more closely, you're convinced that the local population has fallen ill. They're going to die no matter what, but the damage can be mitigated to the rest of the Krenzi population if you were to kill the ones in this area within 2 hours. Killing 35 additional Krenzi stalkers with diseased livers should solve the problem. So I've got to find 35 of these things with the livers, and the drop rate so far, I've killed 1, 2, 3, 6. I've killed 6 to get one liver. So if you multiply 35 times 6, that's about 210 Kerenzis. Killing 210 Kerenzis within 2 hours might be difficult at my level. I think the max level to do this and kill these particular items that I saw on Wiki is level 39. I believe level 40 you have to kill a higher level mob. So it's not like you could come out here and slaughter this particular mob at level 100. You would actually have a lot higher level mob you'd have to kill to get these writs of refuge. And you can look all that up on Wiki. But it looks like I'm going to have my hands full. Nevertheless, I'm going to go ahead and try it here and see if I can actually get the job done. I'll report back with my progress. Alright guys, we're back. We have now killed about 16 of these currency stalkers now. We are, how far into this now? 20 minutes in, and I've still only got that first liver. So the drop rates are not exceptional here on those livers, and I don't think I'm going to be able to kill the number of currency stalkers needed to get that rid of refuge in under 2 hours. So the chances are looking pretty slim there, so I'm going to have to look for a different way of getting this rid of refuge. So I am pretty pleased with the drop rates on these things though. Level 6 and 7 spells, high drops, high value drops, lightweight. Some pretty nice drops on these currency stalkers, but just not dropping that liver quickly enough for me to have a chance of getting 35 livers in under 2 hours. So unfortunately, we're going to have to look for another way to find our 5 writs of refuge. Alright, with that, signing off for Zaxter99.